Hi everyone, good morning. Thanks Colin for inviting me. Come over here, I'm very glad to be here. My name is Jürgen Scheible, I'm from University of Art and Design from the Media Lab over there. We have already snow in Helsinki, so I'm glad here is no snow, sort of. But I guess you will have snow soon here too. I would like to talk here for the next 20-25 minutes about a few of my projects. And the title here is MobiSpray, Paint Your City, a few other artworks. I'm a media artist, but also a researcher. And I want to tell you that this device, that's my greatest art tool, okay? And unfortunately, it's taken over almost my whole life. And it gets, day by day, it gets stronger. And I hope that during this talk, you might maybe better understand why I'm saying this. So, the first project I want to talk about is called MobiSpray. And you might be familiar with pictures like this from this artist, Christo. He does land art, okay? And what the guy does, he wraps buildings. You might have seen also images like this. It's the artist, he died already, called 100 Wasser. So he painted buildings a lot around the world and he made nice architectures. They were very colored. So what I do with my art is ephemeral, digital art. And basically what I do, I spray dabs of digital paint onto physical surface via large-scale projections. And well, we know how painters work, like they have the canvas in front of them, and they use the pen, right? And they look at the picture, and they paint like this. So what I do, the building objects, it's my canvas. And what I do, I use my mobile phone with accelerometer as my pen. So I can really look at the building and paint like this. And I will show that soon to you how this is gonna work. And it's all guerrilla art, and so I established somehow the habit that wherever I go, I paint the city. So of course I come to Pittsburgh, I have to paint Pittsburgh. Okay? So these are just a few images from the other night. I went out, I was very tempted to paint this Cathedral of Learning, because it's so huge. And it was a lot of fun to do that. So really, wherever I go, I try to get a hotel room as far up as possible in the city, and hopefully with windows which are, the light goes through, or where I can open the window. It's sometimes a problem to open it. There are always ways to find around, right? Anyway, and then I open the window and I just project on the neighborhood buildings, often on top, and it's really a lot of fun. Okay? I really enjoy it. Yeah, so I've been painting Guggenheim and Sydney, etc. But also, what I'm here is doing is also combining traditional and digital painting in some sense, and I made that for real by going to one of my friend's studio. He's a professional painter, and the image what you can see here is his studio. So he allowed me to paint his own studio. It's full of his pictures. So I made this overlay of my own stuff together with his pictures. So I was painting even inside his own pictures. Some of them you can see there. And it's really strong experience. So well, what is my artwork really about? I think it's a lot about transforming an object or a place, about transformation, okay? But it's also about engaging in space to bring an extra attention or play into that particular place. Also, it's about changing your physical reality. I mean, how can we change our reality often? Well, maybe we buy a house, we paint it, we buy a car, different colors, we change our house indoors, etc. Costs a lot of money, time, etc. It's not so easy to change our reality. So I use MobiSpray to do that, but also it's about challenging people's assumptions about a place, about a building. Like when I'm out there and I paint something and people come by and they see it, it's for them a total change, because they might know that building and now it looks so different. So you might be able to help people to change their assumptions. But also it's about perception of the new whole what you create, okay? The experience it gives you when you create this new whole, and the power of what you feel when you do it. So I like to paint aeroplanes, as you can see here, a lot. Helicopters, boats, and that kind of stuff. So the other day I painted the Concorde. I found an old model in some museum, so I just went out, it was outdoors, so I go there by night. I have a motorhome in Finland, in Europe, so I drive around. I go and I find these places, I just paint it, and then I sleep in the car, and next morning I drive somewhere else. Okay, so transforming the building or object, what does that mean? Well, the designated building or object actually acquires a new power to communicate with the artist or with the viewer. You can really feel that when you're out there. So the object becomes alive and of value of its own account, just like trash turned into treasure on these images. So I made this piece in Taiwan with my students over there. So it was also actually a workshop, like we have here, with different theme. But we ordered also this big chunk of food, and then everybody ate, and we put all our trash into this one corner. So you can see here in the left picture. And then the evening, with my students, we painted our exactly that trash. Okay, so you can really turn something ugly into something maybe beautiful. Okay, but also my art, I think, is about environmental art. So a designated object and artwork that are inextricably linked. Okay. And painting on nature, especially, that reveals often highly exciting surfaces and patterns. Also, if I paint on trees and that kind of stuff. So now I've shown you some images. What I do, what kind of art, and I've created a tool called MobiSpray, my art tool. All right, this is my greatest art tool. And so I developed a software which allows me to do exactly that kind of stuff. And I thought to show you a short, about 8 minutes video so you better understand about the whole thing.
MobiSpray is a light-based spray painting tool that allows you to paint big. Whether it's on huge buildings, on aeroplanes, on ships, or on objects in my home. MobiSpray lets you paint anytime, on anything, anywhere. Have you ever thought about repainting your neighbor's house? MobiSpray, I can change the looks of my surroundings in real time. Let me explain to you how MobiSpray works. Here we can see the key components of MobiSpray, a video projector connected to a computer on which a drawing program runs, programmed in Python, and then we have the mobile phone that communicates with the computer via wireless LAN. The software programmed on the mobile phone is programmed in Python 5.16. A useful additional component is a petrol-driven portable electricity generator. Here we can see how the pointing mechanism works. Simply by turning my phone left and right, the blob follows in real time the movement of my hand. And in order to draw, I simply have to press the navigation key here, like pressing the nozzle in the real spray can, and through that I can paint. Moving, tilting the phone to the right, and again pressing the nozzle, spraying, moving the phone from up to down. On the phone's display, we can see the currently chosen color, and by pressing a button, I can change the color, for example to yellow, and then paint. Also, very accurate circles. Or to simply write words, I can also inject a photo or an image into my piece simply by choosing one from the phone via the phone menu. I can change the size by pressing a button and place it to the correct position. And now by switching back to the spraying nozzle or single blob nozzle, I can paint inside that image. But also I can take a new photo and place it inside my piece. I can now start painting with this image. I'm planning to use MobiSpray to paint on the snow.
setting where you can, it's like music, you know, when you can share drawing.
As you do it, you sort of forget that it sounds real pain.
Okay.
That's a nice feeling.
How was the experience?
It's fun.
It's great. I felt like I shouldn't be doing it at first, but then I kind of like it. It's nice.
Why you thought you shouldn't do it?
Well, it's like, you know, it's like a, I get the disposable kind of graffiti, you know, but it's like a sort of public thing and you're out there going, oh, up on the side of the building, I didn't know how I'd feel about it. And it's looking to new things, so it's kind of neat. But it's really cool. I like the positioning is very neat. The up and down and then the tilt and up and down. I thought that'd be awkward, but actually it was very, very easy to do.
It's very satisfying when you can see directly your relationship and you know exactly what marks you're making. And it does feel a bit naughty, like.
Naughty?
Yeah, like I'm.
Like kids kind of stuff, or?
Yeah, well, like, you know, it's like you're doing graffiti, but you could do it in front of everyone and I'm not going to say anything because obviously it's a projection.
Well, how was the experience?
Fun. Look at that.
Okay.
Made circles.
Okay.
Liberating experience. Just feel like just quasi illegal. Something that just feels like something illegal about it. I don't know what it is. Little feel of doing something wrong, which is good, I guess.
Okay, so what are my interests here? Well, creating works of art. Certainly, I enjoy that a lot. But also for me, it's about exploring new ways of art making with digital technology, and also developing concepts and art tools that foster creativity. Here we see a picture from some statue in Helsinki. So I've seen some graffiti artists were there before, and it was sort of washed away. So nobody knew that I was there. Okay, so I have a publication out. Also, if you're interested to learn more about the project, I had a SIGGRAPH paper this year, and also the article is in the Leonardo Journal. Yeah, you can see it here. Also, mobispray.com, you find photos and videos of my work. So that's another dimension. Mobispray is highly ephemeral, right? It's just when I'm out there doing it. But by taking photos and videos, sort of you keep it alive and just disseminates in the internet. So it keeps alive there. Okay, so the next project I want to talk very briefly about is called MobiToss. And I developed that one to throw video or a photo to a screen. And yeah, so I can show how this works.
What I want to do is take a photo, click here, camera opens, and I want to take a photo of this cup, okay? So maybe like this. After that, I can select graphic effects. And let's choose now the first one, so I can select it like this. I choose the first one. And I have to wait shortly until the photo is saved. And now I can throw the photo to the screen. Let's do that. Okay, here it goes. And now I can control. By moving and tilting the phone, I can control, let's say, the direction. The other way, I can change direction. Like this. Then I can zoom in, like this. Okay. I can zoom out. Zooming and zooming out. Okay. So now I have basically created my art piece here in a public display. And all I want to do is now, well, I think it would be nice to get this, my created art piece back to my phone. So what you do is you press exit here. And then the phone alerts you and asks you whether you want to get the clip to your phone. Sure, I want to do that. Okay, so now I wait shortly. Okay, and here comes the clip. And it's the ready one, the one I created. Clips produced with MobiToss are ending up instantly in a gallery like this. And each new clip is automatically added to the gallery once it's ready. And so this gallery could be on the internet directly, or these pieces, they're actually flash videos They could be sent directly to YouTube or to your own video portal or to your own blog or sharing website.
Okay, so the same works also with recording video and throwing it there. This is a novel throwing gesture-based interface for creating, sharing mobile multimedia on large public displays. Also, it's a collaborative tool for input participation to sharing websites. I think we have a great need in the future. We can come up with lots of new, let's say, input mechanisms and tools for the social websites what we're having currently. We can't do so much yet. Well, we can take a photo, etc., upload a video, etc. But I think there's lots of space out there. We as artists can contribute a lot of new tools. Okay, there's also publication out there. You can find them. Very briefly, another project. That's the last one I want to show you. It's called Manhattan Story Mashup. And I did that in New York. It was a Nokia research project. They asked me to be a creative director and come up with an idea. So I suggested that we were making a real-time game, storytelling game, and how it worked. We had about 180 people running around in New York with cell phones, and people on the net, on the internet, everywhere could write on our storytelling website stories. 9 sentences make one story. You press publish. What we do is we take out one noun from each of the 9 sentences. That noun is going to be sent in real time to one of the 180 players. They get it on their phone, makes a sound. They click on it. The camera opens. They have 2 minutes time to shoot a photo. So they go around, find the object representing the noun. That noun. The noun with 3 wrong nouns plus the photo is going to be sent to 2 other players for evaluation. If they can guess the noun correctly, picture is good normally. Then the picture goes back to the pool, and then the people who have just written their story on the internet, within less than half a minute they had their entire story illustrated actually. Yeah, so we played that game in New York. I have also a very 1 minute or 1.5 minutes video for that.
Hi, I'm Jürgen Scheible, and I'm Wiley, and we are the creators of Manhattan Story Mashup.
So you write a story, just a mock-up, yeah. And people had a lot of fun running around New York finding objects. And sometimes it was not actually easy to find some, and what they did teamwork, and they were miming, okay, on the street to sort of mime the word, and then they took a photo of it. You know what we did? The best stories we showed them on almost real time in New York at Times Square. So everybody got a T-shirt and a phone, and then we started one spot. Everybody ran out. We were playing it for a couple of hours. So it's almost street theater what you can create out there. Yeah, and then we showed this the ready stories in Times Square. Okay, there is also a publication out on that one if you're interested to learn more. Now just to wrap up this talk shortly, okay, now I think I've shown you some of the pieces what I've been doing with my mobile as an art tool, but code is at the core of all I do. Yeah? And okay, I program a lot in Python. I can show you in a minute maybe one script. I use a lot Nokia mobile phones, but basically my stuff works on many phones. I look forward really to see more and more great digital artists coming up. that inspire us with our artworks. So democratizing programming, I think, really helps a lot here. So I really look forward to see great stuff coming out. And I believe the mobile device will have a strong impact in leading us to new directions, actually, of art making. I strongly believe that because I experienced it myself. And once you're into it, you discover so many opportunities, so many possibilities, what else you can do. Really push this to new directions. And I believe also lots of innovation can happen in this space. So, but more about this also in my upcoming dissertation. You can read it there. I wrote also a book called Mobile Python, if you're interested in programming cell phones with Python, especially Nokia phones. Yeah, hang on. I'll say something there. Just to look at one script of Python. So this code here is about drawing on your phone. I don't know how many lines of code, like 15, 20. That's it. Okay. And if you're interested, I'm teaching tomorrow morning a Python class. Come over. Yeah, so MobiSpray has really become a tool that has totally occupied my life, and nothing is too sacred to be painted. And I got married this summer, so of course I have to paint my wife during the wedding. Well, in Germany you get married sometimes in churches. I do too. So of course I have to paint a church. Right? Okay, thank you very much.